Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is I Conservative Coin Collector. Today's video, I am not covering any coins from the United States of America. I'm going further than 250 years back. I'm going further than 2,000 years back. I'm covering ancient coins. I have found some very interesting ancient coins and some facts about them. And that's what today's video is going to be about. They are quite cool, quite fascinating, and some of these coins feature prominent figures that we still talk about to this day, thousands and thousands of years later. I have nothing else to say. This video is going to be a long one, so make sure you do the whole like, comment, subscribe, and share, and well, onto the video. Interesting facts about some interesting ancient coins. To start off, we have the Athens owl tetragram, which is a common misspelling of the tetrachord. It is one of the most famous and widely circulated ancient coins in history. The front of it features the profile of Athena, the patron goddess of Athens. She wears an ornate, crested head helmet decorated with olive leaves in a spiral. The reverse is the Athena sacred owl, which symbolizes wisdom and vengeance. They minted these starting around 500 BC. Actually, 510 BC is when they started minting these. And they minted them all throughout ancient Athens. Today, these coins are highly sought after by collectors, while rarer or archaic style owls can be thousands of dollars. The more standard classical mass issues can be they can be from the 5th century BC, and they're generally available in the antiques market for under $1,000. The Alexander III tetragram. It is very famous and is a coin from the era of Alexander the Great. The tetragram is an ancient Greek word meaning 4 drachmas, and these iconic silver coins were minted during the reign of Alexander the Great and a couple years after his death. The obverse features the Greek hero Heracles, often associated with Hercules, wearing a lion-skin headdress. The reverse depicts Zeus sitting on a throne, holding a scepter and eagle, accompanied by a Greek inscription that means of Alexander. They are made of high pure silver and are approximately 17 grams. Many of most celebrated and historically significant surviving tetragrams were struck at retirement in modern-day Lebanon, during and shortly after Alexander's lifetime. Depending on whether they were struck during his reign or after his death, authentic examples are regularly traded by established numismatists. You can purchase verified ancient tetragrams through trusted platforms like vCoins or marketplaces like eBay. The Gordian III Antoninus is a silver double denarius issued during his reign as Roman Emperor from 238 to 244. Because of massive surviving hoards, these historical coins are highly accessible, making them popular and affordable entry point for ancient coin collectors. The double denarius, initially valued at 2 denarii through silver impurity, slowly degraded during this era. Made of silver and typically between 3.5 and 5 grams, the diameter is roughly 21 to 24 millimeters. You think of modern day coins being the exact same weight and thickness, but they didn't have the modern mint machinery that we have today. Every coin was going to be different. The obverse features a radiate draped and Cuirassed bust of the young Emperor Gordian III facing right. The readier crown, a spike crown with rays, is the main indicator that the coin is an Antoninianus rather than a standard denarius. The obverse usually reads Emperor Gordanius, Pius Felix Augustus. The reverse depicts Roman deities, personifications, or imperial virtues. Common reverse themes include the soul, the sun god, victory, concordia, and felicitas. Due to large historical hoards that have been discovered over time, Gordian III Antoniniani are very common in the numismatic market. And from fine to very fine condition, they could be between 30 and 60 bucks, but higher grades or professionally certified rare reverse variations will easily command 1 to 200 bucks. The 5 good emperors refer to the 5 consecutive Roman rulers between 96 and 180 AD who came to power through adoption rather than bloodline. This era is considered to be the Roman Emperor's Golden Age, marked by stability, prosperity, and peaceful transfer of power. This 5 good emperors set are coins with these emperors' faces on them. And the first emperor was Nerva, who reigned from 96 to 98 AD. A trusted senator who took power after Domitian's assassination, initiating the adoptive system by naming Trajan as his successor. And Trajan ruled from 98 to 117 AD. He was a highly capable military commander who expanded the empire to its absolute and greatest territorial extent. Emperor number 3 was Hadrian. He reigned from 117 to 138 AD. Known for consolidating and defending the empire's borders, rather. He was well known for extensive building projects and Hellenophile cultural pursuits. The emperor after him, Antoninus Pius, served from 138 to 161 AD. Pius is renowned for maintaining unparalleled peace and stability through his long reign without ever engaging in any offensive military campaigns. 23 years without any military or violent actions, pretty good. Marcus Aurelius is the last one that reigned from 161 to 180 AD. He is a famous philosopher, king, and author of the Meditations who successfully defended the empire's borders against the Germanic tribes. The 5 good emperors. Byzantine cup coins. They are concave or bowl-shaped medieval coins minted by the Eastern Roman Empire between the 11th and 14th centuries. The shape was designed to provide structural strength to broad, thin coins while preventing counterfeiting. The coins are highly religious. The concave obverse usually features an image of Jesus Christ or the Virgin Mary, while the convex reverse typically displays the Roman emperor, sometimes depicted with saints. They were minted across multiple metals, from debased gold to bullion to copper and any kind of alloy in between. The reason for the shape is because silver supplies dwindled and coins were debased. They were struck wider and thinner to preserve their virtual size, and the bowl shape kept delicate thin coins from cracking or bending in half during circulation. The sestertius was a widely circulated ancient Roman coin introduced during the Roman Republic and standardized as a large brass or bronze coin during the reign of Augustus, meaning 2.5. It was initially worth 2.5 bronze. The name and meaning derives from Latin. Semis, half, and Teratus, third. Signifying the coin is half. Later Roman reforms adjusted the coin and revalued it to equal 4. Because of its large size, it provided ample canvas for Roman die engravers to craft highly detailed portraits of emperors and intricate designs on the coin. Today, historical coins are highly sought after, and collectors and people who like antique things, they want this coin. Idmar Daenerys, or the Idols of March, is one of the most famous and historically significant coins in the ancient world. And it's one of the most significant ancient coins in this current world. It was minted by Marcus Junius Brutus. And you may know Brutus from his encounter with Julius Caesar. It was minted around 42 BC, and it celebrates that particular event where Brutus and a couple buddies decided to assassinate Julius Caesar. The assassination of Julius Caesar was March 15th, 44 BC. The obverse features a portrait of Brutus himself, alongside the inscription, which means Brutus Impertor. The reverse displays a freedman's cap of liberty situated between two daggers. Beneath the daggers is a famous inscription, Idmar. The irony of this is that it's historically ironic that Brutus minted a coin of a feature in his own portrait, as Julius Caesar, his authorized placement of his own image on coins was a major factor that sparked the plot of his murder. And the rarity and value of these is pretty interesting. Authentic Idmar coins there are especially rare, with only about 80 to 100 genuine silver specimens that are known to exist, with the vast majority residing in museums and private collections. One of them, at heritage auctions, fetched $720,000. And the fact that they are minted thousands and thousands of years ago means they're only getting rarer and rarer. The Widow's Mite. The Widow's Mite is based off a famous biblical story from the Gospels of Mark and Luke. Jesus watched a poor widow drop 2 tiny copper coins called mites into the temple treasury. He declared that she gave more than all the rich donors because she gave out of poverty, sacrificing her entire livelihood. One of the key takeaways was the story emphasizes the attitude and sacrifice behind a gift. The gift matters more than the monetary amount. The rich may have given out of their wealth as surplus, but the widow gave her very last resources. The original Greek text identifies the coin as a lepton, meaning thin or small, which was the smallest and least valuable coin in circulation in ancient Judea. The word mite, used to describe the term something tiny, doesn't come from the Bible, but it comes from an old Dutch term, and it was used by 17th century Bible translators. The coin, or 2 of these coins, 2 mites, was a typical day's wage and it was 1/64th of a Roman denarius. Today, that equals a fraction of a cent. One of the more well-known coins of the Bible is the shekel of Tyre. It's a highly prized ancient silver coin minted in the Phoenician city of Tyre from 126 BC to 66 AD. Renowned for its high purity silver, it features the god Moloch on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. Now, the shekel of Tyre has not fame in the Bible, but infamy. In the Bible, it said that Judas betrayed Jesus for 30 pieces of silver. And the 30 pieces of silver that were paid to Judas was the shekel of Tyre. Because of their deep biblical and historical ties, well-preserved, authentic Tyrian shekels are highly sought after, and collectors can have them range in price from $1,000 to upwards of $5,000. And condition is everything, and they need a certification as well. Julius Caesar denarius is an ancient Roman silver coin minted between 49 and 44 BC. It famously broke the Roman tradition of depicting only deceased mythical figures by placing Caesar's own portrait on his currency during his lifetime, a move that served as ultimate political propaganda. The coin's design and historical narrative have been enriched by modern machine and learning projects, which use AI to catalog and read ancient numismatic artifacts. The obverse depicts an elephant trampled on a serpent that symbolizes Caesar's military might overcoming the treacherous forces of his political rivals, the Pompeians. The reverse displays the sacred tools of Pontifex Maximus, or High Priest, a role that Caesar held to emphasize his divine blessing and adherence to Roman traditions. The tribute penny. It is a popular name given to the Roman silver denarius. It's famously referenced in the New Testament of the Holy Bible. It's referenced in Matthew 22, Mark 12, and Luke 20. The Pharisees and the Herodians were trying to trick Jesus. They wanted to trap him into saying a politically dangerous statement about whether or not Jews should lawfully pay taxes to Rome. So Jesus' response was to ask for a coin that the person had in his pocket. Jesus looks at the coin, and he looks at the portrait on the coin, and then delivers his famous response: "Render unto Caesar the things that are Caesar's, and render unto God the things that are God's." Why is it called a penny? The English translation of the original Greek text, denarian, to penny, comes from the King James Version of the Bible, created in 1611. At the time, the translation penny was a general term for a small everyday silver coin, rather than the specific copper ones we all grew up with. What was the actual coin? Historians and numismatists generally agree that the coin shown to Jesus was almost certainly a denarius issued by Emperor Tiberius, who ruled from 14 to 37 AD, spanning Jesus' adult life. The obverse features the laureate head of Tiberius and the inscription in Latin that means Tiberius Caesar, son of the divine. The reverse features a female figure seated on a throne, usually identified as Pax, the goddess of peace, or Livia, the emperor's mother, with the inscription, which means chief pontiff. Constantine phallus. It is a common, widely collected bronze Roman coin, minted during the reign of Emperor Constantine the Great. It was introduced in the late 3rd century, and it served as a standard copper alloy circulating coin. Because it was struck in massive quantities, it remains one of the most accessible entry points into ancient coin collecting.